My name is Mr. Horse Gibbens. I am a professional shrimper and a retired horse rider. I'm actually John's younger brother. We grew up in a small village called Eggtown, California. And it was about 20 miles from the Salton Sea. And in Eggtown, it was a mining town. And we would mine for shrimp. And the shrimp would actually migrate from the Salton Sea. They would migrate underground, and they would actually incubate themselves in the dirt. And we would mine for the shrimp meat. But that's how my father made a living, was from shrimp and shrimp meat. And back then it was all shrimp. But John, he wasn't interested in the shrimp at that time. He wanted to be a writer, and he did everything he could to get out of Eggtown, and which was a detriment to my father. And he would hit John, and they sent him away to our aunt and uncle's house when John was 12. When John came back from the desert, he was so tired of the desert and so angry. He missed shrimp so much, and he missed the shrimp life, that he actually joined one of the most prestigious shrimp schools in our county. And it was actually a pipeline to go to a shrimp college. He was actually about 2 years away from going to the New England School of Crustaceans when he was drafted. And he was drafted in 1969, and he went to Vietnam in 1969. And that was the last time I saw John.
You want to see something? You want to see something really special? I got these before John passed, and he handed them to me. He said, "You keep these real safe." I said, "John, this is Linda Ronstadt, Marshall Tucker Band. I have these tapes." He said, No. This is my life story. This is me. Holes 2, the beginning. Hole 3, the end. This is a really good one. This is holes 4. This hole's far from over. Shia LaBeouf tape. Holes 2 is going to see the light for the first time.
What makes a hole? Is it the physical digging? The removing of earth, soil, transferring it to another place? Or is it the metaphysical, the mental, the spiritual? A hole truly is far deeper than the eye may see. That is where we often confuse a hole with a pit. You see, where a pit is just the absence of something, a hole is much different. A hole is depth within the earth, within yourself. It shows how much there is to gain. A hole is something truly special. We each have our own holes within ourselves, within our souls, within our bodies. Each of these holes, like our nostrils, our mouth holes, our eye holes, ear holes, our penis tips, they all lead inside. To what? To the core of ourselves, to the core of our souls, just as every hole on this planet, on the face of this planet, leads to the core of this planet. And that is why holes are so special. That's what I'm trying to do with Hole 2.
Yeah, John was a real piece of shit. He's always going on about his work, about his favorite movies, and I didn't care. He invited me over once for shrimp cocktails, a cold one, and I said, no, I'm not doing that. Bring my dogs and I'll have them shit all over your house. How about that? Give them what you like. Yeah, I used to catch him on my roof about 20 years ago playing with my antenna. Said he's looking for holes. And I didn't know what he was talking about. I said, get off my roof, John. There's no holes up there. Just frequencies. Yeah, sometimes I catch him looking in my window too, and he said he's trying to look through the eye of the soul hole. I didn't buy it for 1 minute. I said, no. You get out, you stop communicating with me through the window, John. My son's asleep in the other room. My dog is asleep. You're ruining his dreams. He would go on and on about holes, and I couldn't talk to him because I didn't know what he's talking about. It's hole this, hole two, holes two. I'd never seen holes. I've seen Shia LaBeouf go in and out of his house, but we never communicated like we should have. Isn't that right? Yeah. He tried to kick my dog. Say, Shia LaBeouf, if you're watching this, I'm gonna send you a really bad email. I'll destroy your credit score.
As long as I've known John, he's always been crazy about holes. And from even before John could walk, he would dig holes. He would dig with his hands, and he would dig with his fingers. And even when he was a baby, he would dig. And when he was old enough, he would use his shovel. His fascination for holes, I think it did come from the fact that we were from a mining town and from shrimp digging. And so I think at a young age he was exposed to holes from these desert shrimp, and he liked it.
That's the thing about my uncle. That guy. Fucking loon, okay? I mean, I love him. I remember the last time... well, okay. My mom never let me near the fucking guy. Because I don't remember this. I have no recollection of this. But when I was 3, maybe 4, and Holes was one of the biggest movies out at the time, and my uncle, he buys the tape for Holes, and he wears it out maybe in 5 days, because it's playing and playing and playing non-stop. Take 24 hours, divide it by how many hours Holes is, and see if the tape can wear out, and and he said Josh was gonna love it, okay? So he grabs it. So we sit there and we watch it once, and then he starts rewinding the tape, doesn't even say a thing, he just presses rewind on the tape. And they say, oh, okay, it is. He says, round 2, baby. What the fuck are you talking about? We watching wrestling? Otherwise, we're not watching this shit again. That's what my mom says. It sounded bad. So, and my mom says, we're out of here. And he grabs my little baby hand, yanks it. He says, sit down. We're watching Holes again. Holes 2. That's where I got the name. He said, Holes round 2.
Dear God, have I dug too deep? Is my hole too great? I've gone too deep. The sun has faded on me. The light is gone. I fear that today may very well be my cherished last few days on this earth before I transcend to the netherworlds. I once dreamt of a hole 5, holes 6, holes 7 and 8. But this cannot be. Will my masterworks remain unfinished before I depart from this planet? Oh God, I do not know. I do not know. The light is fading on me. I've grown so dim, so weary. I can no longer press on. I can no longer dig, for there is nothing left to dig. I have dug so deep that I have dug into my own soul, a hole within my soul that cannot be filled, a hole so wretched and deep within the muck will never be filled. This, I fear, is my destiny. This is my end. Holes.
1, 2, 3.